Had a fan on and it was blasting. Oh, all right, there we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Darkpool Algo, and thank you for joining me on this morning watch list building session. One sec, and I'm going to get the stream going. 1 second, gonna get the screen going. All right. Hope everybody's day is going well. I am happy to be here. It is Thursday, October 14th, 2021, and the market is gonna go crazy. Rippy mode, it's in effect. Let's do this. So if you have requests, make sure you get them to me as soon as possible in the chat, either in my chat, right, Morning Johnny, or in the large caps chat. So if you're there in the large caps chat, that's where the request should go. All right. Let's see. You know, what I don't like about my Mac is that every time I get my mouse too far down, it has a tendency to try to move my taskbar. So I just spent the last hour listening to Uncle Answers because when I first started trading, I came across a trading fraternity and listened to Josh Answers for probably about 8 months, at least every day, 8 hours a day. I learned a lot about finance and just, you know, the larger term picture of trading, and that includes having a long-term investment account. I think he calls it a drip account. So dividend reinvestments, it's amazing. So maybe I'll go into that one day. Morning, Johnny. Morning, Terry. We're gonna wait for, maybe we'll wait for Last to show up. If he takes too long, then guess what? We're gonna go without him. So I need this one, and that one. There we go. So, all right, let's get into some news. After I do my intro, news, futures, and then we'll pick some stocks. By the way, if you're interested in trading futures, leave a comment in the comments section below after you like this video and subscribe, and then turn on notifications, right? All the things we normally do. If you can, yes, I'll look at docs. Docs AMD, you're gonna go crazy. Let's see, where's my watch list? If you're interested in futures, let me know. I'm gonna start doing a future series just because I have an opportunity to share a very inexpensive broker that will allow you to get into learning how to trade futures for a discounted price. Basically, it's $40 per contract margin on the ES and about 89 cents round trip. So the thing with futures is it's the commissions that'll kill you. Like if you traded futures in Thinkorswim, first of all, it requires a margin account. Second of all, it's $5 per trade. So you have to make at least 1 point or else you're going to end up losing money. I spent $1,000 in commissions in probably 3 weeks before I found this other company. So, all right, Johnny, yeah, let's do this. I'll get it prepared for this weekend, and then we'll do a segment on futures. I don't like trading futures pre-market, and you can trade futures at any time of the day. So maybe, yeah, let me get this planned out, and we will go from there. Roku is on my list. I have to write this down, or I'm going to forget about it. I think it was Roku 330s. Does that sound right for Roku? Let's check this real quick. Yeah, Roku 3. Dang it! Should have got them yesterday. Those are dirt cheap. Those are $2 a pop. Yeah. All right, we'll check out Roku. All right, so when we get into looking at stocks and options, I use the Smart Money, Darkpool, and BlockTrade algorithm software. It's provided by FlowTrade. If you haven't got your subscription or your free trial, if you haven't tried it out yet, there's a link in my description to get you a free trial. Hit me up when you're there. I can help you walk through anything you need, and it'll definitely, you know, you can add it to any existing trading strategy. As a member, you learn a new trading strategy that's been probably 90% successful. Like it's big. It's a big time percentage. So I don't want to go into it too much because I think that you should get your get your trial, get it going on. All right, so let's get into some news real quick. And no, don't be cheating yet. We'll get to that part. We'll get down here. No screenshots. I'm not going to do it. Right, there we go. Not a whole lot stuck out to me this morning, except for a couple things. One, GitLab, their 4 million share IPO price at 77. It was at 55, I believe, last week. So that's going to be a massive IPO. We're going to keep an eye on that. And they did AT&T upgraded sector weight from underweight by KeyBank, and TSM lifted its revenue growth forecast, right? Meaning that whenever a company provides guidance like, hey, we're going to be here, that's extremely bullish. When they pull it back, that means there's a lot of uncertainty there. It's kind of sketchy, right? Citing an industry megatrend of strong chip demand after Q3 revenue climbed 22.6%, right? So they came out and they had great numbers, but they're like, whoa, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Keep an eye on TSM, okay? United Healthcare had earnings. They beat. And there was another one. SRPT, secondary share offering at 81 per share. That's bullish. Okay, I like that one. Financials. So this is where probably the most influence in the market's going to happen today, other than we have jobless numbers just came out. So 5 minutes ago, actually. And the market is reacting to it. It's pulling back a little bit, which is good. I'd rather it's pull back and rip at the open than rip and dip. Yeah. So bonds are dropping, which is good. Gold is chopping, and the yen is not really moving. All right, we'll get into that in a second. Right. Here we go. S-listed Chinese online broker Futu, which is Mumu, which is the broker I use. Let me show you what they look like real quick. And that's this broker here that I use, right? I love this broker. The data in it is amazing. However, they're in a little bit of trouble. So I'm a little sketched out about that, but it's okay. It's my, yeah, it's a good account I have. So Futu, which is another great stock that we trade all the time, and Tiger Face. Regulatory risk is China's personal data privacy law takes effect November 1st. The official People's Daily said in an analysis of it on its website, brokerages can violate data privacy rules and also runs compliance risks. Okay, real quick, bang. Morning. I will get into BA. I broke my rule. I traded BA. I know. Let's hear it. All right, where's Laz? Come on, let's hear it. I know you're going to have something to say about it. All right, so I'm seeing some cannabis stock news too. All right, Biden administration unveiled a plan to hold as many 7 governmental auctions of offshore wind development rights for the next 4 years. Right? AGR, RDSA. I can't believe I forgot to get those highlighted. UPS upgraded to buy from hold. That's kind of bullish, right? I like that one. More steel news. All right, American Petroleum Institute showed a build of 5.21 million barrels of oil for the week of October 8th, a draw of 4.58 million barrels. And distillate showed a draw of 2.71. So oil is still going to rock the market, right? Crude is... Ooh, I might get into some crude today. It's right at support. All right, and WD-40 approved a 75 million share repurchase. Oxy agreed to sell all of its interest in Guana offshore fields for 750 million to costs. Ooh, those are super cheap. That's a good play right there if you're looking to play something cheap in the oil industry. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Bed Bath & Beyond downgraded. Wayfair downgraded. I haven't played this one yet. Esports Entertainment Group, GMBL, Gamble. I've seen that name pop up quite a bit in the last week, so maybe I'll look at them. GMBL. I don't know why I haven't played them yet. GMBL. That would be in line with like DraftKings or Penn, right? All right. What is China September consumer prices rise 7% year over year versus estimated 0.8%. Producer price is 10.7% year over year versus estimate 10.5. Right. Oil demand is set to jump by 500,000 barrels per day as the power sector and heavy industry switch from other more expensive sources of energy. The IEA said, warning the energy crunch could stoke inflation and slow the world's economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. In its monthly report, IEA increased its global oil demand forecast by 170,000 billion BPD, barrels per day. Yes, barrels per day, to 5.5 million barrels per day and 210. That's crazy. So let's think about that. Supply and demand, right? They're going to increase the supply, so it's going to lower the demand, which may... I want to look into that more. Supply and demand, obviously, if there's more supply, then demand shouldn't be as strong, which should lower gas prices. But wait, it's saying that... All I know is that, remember when oil was negative $35 a barrel a year and a half ago? Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I want to look more into that. So energy sector stocks should be affected by that. I'm trying to think of some FSLR. Write this one down too. I want to look. I'm gonna research that more. Okay. I don't want to talk out of my neck. Speaking of neck, protect your neck. Yesterday, great day. New Wu-Tang came out. Let's see. Earnings today. Bank of America, Citibank, Domino's, Morgan Stanley, United Healthcare, U.S. Bank, WBA, Boot Alliance, and Wells Fargo. All right. Tomorrow, Goldman Sachs comes out. I'm going to play that tonight. Going to do an iron fly on it. So if I find a decent priced iron fly, I will post it in Twitter. Okay. So the jobless claims came out. Market pulled back a little bit to 43.95, and it's continuing to move on to the upside. So it looks pretty good. 13 points yesterday in the S&P. Dow Jones flat. NASDAQ up 105, and the Russell 2000 index 7.7. Russell is interesting at an interesting point. IWM, if you're interested in that. All right, Asian markets. Is there saying Twitter? Something on my Twitter. My list is growing a little large. All right. Asian markets, Nikkei index rose 410. Shanghai changed a little bit. The DAX up 130. FTSE 100 gains 50, right? So market sentiment is improving after a rough start to the week, right? That is important. Oh. Right. News from Port of Los Angeles to go 24/7, and which is, I guess, Long Beach has already been doing it, so that'll help with a little bit of the bottleneck, right? Even though, right, we're having a hard time getting stuff in to help with the supply chain issues, right? Oil prices rose about 1%. Yes, that was OPEX yesterday. Let's see, after international agency IEA, right, said the record natural gas prices will boost demand for oil, and top oil producer Saudi Arabia dismissed calls for an additional OPEC supplies. Ooh, Saudi's flexing. What do you know about that Saudi Arabia, Laz? Where you at? Yeah. Yeah. See, I've got a sort of history with BA. BA owes me money, so I have to get it back at some point. It's not just going to be like, hey, here's your money, dude. So, all right. Stock advanced Wednesday as the S&P and the Nasdaq outperformed a choppy session, with big tech doing much of the heavy lifting, led by shares of Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Nvidia. Right. Minutes from the September Federal Reserve policy showed central bankers signal that they could start reducing crisis era support, basically reduced tapering in mid-November. They also remained divided about how soon they will raise interest rates. They also mentioned about a 2% interest rate or inflation rate. So there's some news coming out too. Producer price at 830. So that came out. All right. So, I mean, the market has reacted pretty positively to this, from what I can see. Let me show you what this looks like. I'll pull up the futures right now. I mean, we had rallied, slight pullback right now. So let's check out DOS futures, and here they are. All right, so typically just cursory, if the bottom row is down, the top row should be up. If both are running, one's going to fail. Okay, nice strong move on the ES. I feel like we're going to get a nice gnarly pullback at the open, and look to buy the dip, right? We're going to pull back. All right, I would look for 43.73 as potential support. Below that, 43.50 on ES. The YM, look at this. This is just gorgeous, right? If we pull back on the YM, 34403, NASDAQ, I think the NASDAQ will actually pull back the least amount. 14,845. Russell, this is gorgeous in the Russell. Russell's coming to overhead resistance pretty quickly, 227, 2271.5. If you're playing IWM, I think that's 220, 27. I'll have to check it out in a minute. Gold, look at this shit, dude. Gold decided to rally yesterday. Just massive rally, pullback, and it kept going. So it looks like a peg stock, right? So rally, pop, maintain support, continuation on. 1800 seems to be pretty significant level. Got a yearly pivot above that at 1812, with 1810 being a psychological level. So look for overhead resistance on gold. Wow, this is crazy. Everything is up. Crude is up and should continue to build throughout the day. I'd like to see bonds fail a little bit more. TLT is a snitch, and if TLT starts to sell off, you can anticipate the ES to rally, or vice versa, right? They're inverse, so be aware of that. Look at this gnarly head and shoulders on the yen, right? That seems right. So choppy on the end, everything else is ripping. Okay. With that being said, I am gonna change this chart up real quick, and then we will get going. How fucking laggy that shit is. Oh, it's irritating. Nope. I have to yell at myself and tell me which ones to use. Yeah, there we go. That's the ticket. All right, so I am interested in these stocks. Top secret information there. You guys don't need to see that. BA, Facebook, Square, Snap, Crowd, SC, Roku, Snow, Freeport, McNamara, Snapchat. Came up there twice. BBW. And then off of my list, Docu, XPEV, Roku, GMBL, FSLR. All right. I'm going to check the chat real quick and see if we get requests for that. And all right, hold on. I'm just checking the chat group, sorry. Okay. Cuban AMD. Yes, sorry, I didn't see AMD. Johnny was here first. We'll do Johnny's stuff first. Show up early, you get fed. So we're gonna do Docs, AMD, Boeing. Boeing. So I have a strong don't trade Boeing rule that I broke, because actually Boeing owes me about $1,000, right? And if I take $50, $60 a trade back from it, then, then we'll be cool. I'll let it pay it off in time. I'm not going to go send the boys out after it. I didn't know Floki was a crypto. That's crazy. Why didn't I ever know that Floki was a crypto? I would have played it a long time ago. If you didn't see the video last night, go check it out. I did a review on Snow, Baba, Zoom, and INMD. Very informative video. Go check it out if you get a minute. BA and Docusign. All right, let's go, people. Ooh, almost knocked over my drink. AMD for the win. All right, I'm going to take these block trades down. I don't like seeing 30 days worth. 11, 12, 13. Those are decent numbers there. All right, AMD looks pretty decent. I don't like how it's being so gappy, dude. When did it decide to be a frog and leap? Ribbit. All right, for those of you that are new and don't understand my charts, this is the FlowTrade Smart Money Dark Pool and Block Trade algorithm software. White bars are price action. Purple line is a regular algorithm line. If I draw a red line across, it's a regular block trade. Blue line is a dark pool block trade. If you see me draw a white line, then me and Laz are in the bathroom in a club in Miami. Let's go. Just kidding. Now, what it means is that there's a regular and a dark pool block trade that are so close to each other that I can't draw two separate lines. So I'll draw a white line on there. That is a major area of importance. The algorithm will interact with that level. Price action will interact with that level. You can use it as support and resistance. Basic support and resistance rules apply. Okay. AMD has a couple of those. So let me just move this chart out of the way, get this chat up here so I can see what is going on. And Nvidia, yeah, I'll get Nvidia on there too. And right after Docusign. Actually, Nvidia's got to go to the end of the list. Those who show up first. Anyway, so AMD. The algo has failed to make higher highs and is actually making lower lows. It's in a downtrending channel while it's trying to break out of overhead resistance. Price action is diverged bullishly away from it. So with that being said, we're going to keep an eye on the algo today. And today will be the decision-making day for the algorithm. If it can break out of its overhead resistance, right, and reverse a trend, then I can see buying AMD on some pullbacks, right? As far as there's lots of gaps here, right? The trend line is not, right? It's kind of wackadoodle. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be very reactionary today. 109.32 is the last dark pool print that we had on it. So that'll be your support and resistance. 109.32 followed by a regular block trade at 109. Support. 105.27 dark pool support. Those came in on the 12th. Regular block trade support resistance currently 109 on the nose. I like seeing those. That means that is a pretty significant pivot point, right? 107.48 below that. We fell 107.48. We got to come fill this gap down to about 105. Keep in mind there's a massive gap right here that's going to have to be filled at some point. Right, the gap's got to be filled. Okay, we have a white line support resistance below that gap at 104.75 ish, right? That little range. That's the level that it launched off of. So rally up, pull back, rally up. Potential move here. It's all really going to depend on what happens with this algorithm down here at this level. The algo coming up is going to run into the white line resistance at 101.56. So if you want the algo, right? The algo's got to get above that level as well. Okay. Moving on, DOCS. DOCS. No real block trades to speak of in the last 14 days. So not a lot of institutional large purchase orders coming in, right? Not a lot of institutional investment. The algo is in a downtrend, and it's pretty much been net selling since the 23rd. This is a funky little pattern here. It's trying to make a move. Kind of looks like a sideways head and shoulders, so we're going to keep an eye on it for sure. The algorithm does need to break out of its previous highs. All right, if it can get up and over that, then I would think that it is reversing trend. However, I'm leaning towards it pulling down, right? Looking for that to continue to pull down. Price action. Price action is at an interesting spot here where it's taking out some previous lows, right? Pretty significant level there. Immediately above it, we've got another level there. right around the 81.50. So I'm thinking 78 to 81 is going to be kind of an interesting level. We've got a little bit of uptrending support into a wedge with overhead resistance. Keep an eye on it. The play would be rally, backtest, rally, or rejection, pullback to 72, below 72, and we start to fail a little bit more. So there's a $5 move to the downside and really only about a $2 move to the upside. So keep an eye on docs, okay? It does move well. I played it. I like playing it. All right, BA. Das Boeing is a... Let's see what it's going to do. And this is why I play Boeing. Look at this bullish divergence. I like this move here. We had a nice little move yesterday, pulling back to support. Now, the other reason I played it is because the look... All right, let me just show you what I did. And this is why, and only why. Like, I played the chart in front of me. I removed my prejudice, and you have to do that. You can't... Like, you can have some no-fly rules, which are important to have, but you also have to look at the chart in front of you. So what I saw on Boeing was this, right? Massive rising wedge, right? Dark pool, target 225.40. Dark pool target with trend line, long-term trend line support, right? I got in here, it pulled back, it rallied. I'm pretty much neutral on it at this point. What I'd like to see, right? This is what I'd like to see with BA. I haven't even checked it this morning, so I'm gonna do it on time. Crap, I'm running late. All right, what I'd like to see with BA is this move here. 1, 2, 3, and everybody knows what the third move is, right? Looking for that Wu-Tang reversal above 225, okay? That is why I got into BA. Okay, moving on to Docusign. So I'd already looked at Docusign last night. So the algorithm, right? Potential cup and handle forming, wedge price action, overhead resistance the algo ran into. So if the algo can curl back around and continue up, then I think it can rip price out of this wedge. Contrarian, if it continues to pull down, I think it'll pull price down to test 255.33, which is a dark pull level. Below that, we have to take out, or at least we have to test previous lows. Let me find a good, I need to find a good color for that, right? So break out of this wedge, we test 225.33. Below that, we test previous low. Overhead, a little bit less resistance. We've got a little immediate resistance there, but then nothing really till here and then here. So we stair step up or we stair step down. All right, that was Docusign. Moving on, Nvidia, hold on. XPEV, Roku, GMBL, and Nvidia. I missed this move. I can't have any emotion about this move. Just gonna have to play the chart. Okay. XPEV. Super interested in this stock. It has a tendency to move with like Tesla and Lee and Neo and this stock. And it's an automotive. I don't think they're a maker. I think they have something else to do with the EVs. But the algorithm. This is a parabolic move setting up on the algo. When the algo or price action rallies, consolidates, rallies, consolidates. The third one is usually the parabolic curve. So we're going to keep an eye on XPEV. The algo is trading with price action, so it's not like we have bullish or bearish divergence to really depend upon. But this is what I like to see. So, right, consolidated for a couple days. With the algo being flat, maybe we consolidate for a couple more days, or we just rip out of the gate. Haven't checked in on it this morning, but I bet you it's already moving. 39.80 is regular block trade support. Below that, we have 37 as support. There's a gap that's going to have to be filled eventually, right here. That gap's going to have to be filled, and we have dark pool support at 37.92. So let's keep an eye on the algo. If it fails, look for a pullback to potentially this high. If that high fails, this low. If that low fails, then we fill this gap down to here, right? Contrarian, path of least resistance is to the upside. Come on, there we go. So look for that move to continue on up to the upside. And if it fails, you know what to do on the downside. Roku. Algo is trading with price action. So it's not like we have bullish or bearish divergence to help us out in our decision making here. But the algorithm is, while it's range bound, it's forming a bull flag, right? I know it's kind of hard to see, and this may take a long time to develop and come to fruition. I guess that was probably the better one to do there. What we got here? All right, should scratch that. It's more of a channel, right? Algo's trading with price action. Look at that little cup and handle forming there on price action. So we've got previous highs and a little bit of a gap to fill right there. We break over that green line. I think we can continue on to this level here. Right, we already saw that it was moving overnight, so the algo should continue to trade with price action. We do have dark pool support at 305. I mean, that's came in on the 5th. Right, that dark pool support's probably not super valid. And the move that we're trying to do right now is the gap fill. Like, it's not a lot of left in it, but it should continue on to the upside. Watch the algo at this overhead resistance. If it can break through it, then I'm going to be a little bit more bullish on it. If it rejects, we've just got to be able to keep nimble, right? There is a cannabis conference happening, and damn, plug, dude, again. Jeez. I missed out on plug. Right? This would have been a great play. All right, Gamble. I don't know what this stock does, and it looks like a penny stock, but the algo is just trading with price action right now. It's got some news, so it should be able to react off of the news. I don't really have guidance for penny stocks. It's not my thing. It's not my forte, but I'll tell you what. I can look at price action and tell you that we've got target here. We break that target. We got another target there. Right? Oh, come on. And we got to get above pretty much where it's at right now. There's the move. The algo is essentially just trading with price action. A little bit, right? Just keep an eye on that. All right, Nvidia. All right, let's go on with Nvidia. Inverse head and shoulders. Lots of chop. Rally up, pull back, fill the gap. Off of white line support. Continuing to slightly make a move up. All right, here we go with Nvidia. All right. So the algo is attempting to make a reversal here. It appears like the algo is attempting to make a reversal and get out of its overhead resistance, right? Did it break it? We'll find out. Price action is, we got uptrending support. A little bit of a wedge here on price action. I should use 2 different colors for that. I apologize. But we do have regular and block trade support and resistance. Lots of white line areas in Nvidia. Currently 203 or 209. And I think it's 206 right here. Those are super tight. 211, we got regular block trade resistance. And 211.50 is dark pool resistance. So, and support down here at 204. I forgot to draw a white line support. Apologies. Well, what the hell? You hear that dog? See, that dog's gonna get. I feel bad for it. Okay. 211.49. I don't know why that dog's barking, but it shouldn't be. It's irritating. I know it looks like a bunch of spaghettis because it is. Above 212, things get a little bit easy. We take out previous highs. Really need the algo to make a move to the upside. Okay. This is consolidation. Consolidation. Both algo and price action. $6 range, 205, 211. Or you could do 205, 211. For me, I'd have to get above 211.50. Okay. All right. Roku, Wu-Tang reversal. Not seeing it. I'm not seeing that for Roku. I'm seeing a flag breakout though. Like, this channel really. If anything, all right. All right. What else do we got here? OCG and Nvidia. OCG and plug. Yeah, plug OCG in. I'll look at applied materials. Nvidia downtrend break above 550 SMA. Can see if it follow through above 212.50. I have 211.50. Nice try. And Fed bullard. Many U.S. workers have retired. I would Fed bullard again. I'd put 50% chance of high levels inflation persisting. Bullard, not a strong case that inflation will definitely dissipate over the next 6 months. And a high level of core PCI inflation is concerning. Yeah, that's Bullard coming out trying to do some things, right? Alrighty. Got about 10 minutes. So if you've got some requests, if you want to see some specific plays, let me know. And yeah, I've got more plays than I can know what to do with. That's my problem. All right, OCGN. I don't know what that is. All right, I'm gonna look at plug power real quick. It's just been gapping, dude. This is so gnarly. It can run, by the way. The algo is steady climbing into consolidation right here. All right. Plug power. We have a regular block trade support at 31.93. We break that. We come down and test the white line support at 29.75. Those are the two levels for plug. OCGN. Penny stocks are so weird. I would say a $10 target, $9 support. Below $9, 8.75. We break 8.75, then it gets super free falling. All right, so $9 support, 8.75 final chance, and then downside target to fill this gap that occurred right here at this level. All right, I don't like this pattern on the algo. Anytime I see bat ears, it's bearish to me. I don't know why, but it just seems to work out that way, right? XPEV. Jeez, dude, I'm getting FinTwit's going nuts over XPEV. Is it rallying? Oh, Jesus. All right, so XPEV is doing a good job. It's trading at 2 ATR. This is a parabolic move, right? Rally, bull flag, breakout, rally, bull flag, breakout, rally, bull flag, breakout. Slingshot squeeze released, right? This is what I'm talking about. When that slingshot squeeze releases, we get a large move to the upside. Positive. Positive stacked EMA is 821.34. The 50 crossed above the 34, so that I'm not super bullish on that. Right, the 200's rising, MACD divergence. Right, look for that crossover. Look for the squeeze to release. We could get a boost. Right, on XPEV. We're running into previous areas of yuck. Right, just a bunch of consolidation. No clearly defined. Clearly defined support resistance levels, and we do have so we broke overhead trend. Oh, nice. We broke overhead trend resistance. We're back testing it now. Keep an eye on it. The $40 level is pretty significant. Above 40, 50 is the next level I'd test, right? We could very easily backslide on this trend line all the way to point of control and then continue up, right? So bull flag in there. I will keep an eye on XPEV. All right. Docusign. I think it's getting ready to make its move. There we go. It broke above my resistance level. Yay. Here we go. Let's get foodie. Let's get woody with Docusign. 263.89 is that level. I'm going to use that as support resistance. We got this 200-day SMA. Let's see if I can zoom in on this so y'all can see what's up. All right, Docusign made the move I was looking for. So I'm looking for this daily slingshot squeeze to release, to thrust Docusign above the 21 EMA, breaking over its trendline resistance, overhead resistance, to make a move to VWAP or the 50 days, right? So I'm looking to the 275 level. Stack positive moving averages 821.34. The 50 hasn't crossed above the 200 on the 15-minute yet. You could possibly wait for that to happen, right? But we broke above overhead resistance at let's just call it 264. So if we backtest this 200 for support at 262.32, I'm going to go bullish. I'm going to be bullish on Docusign. So keep that one on your watch list. All right. Check out Goldman Sachs. All right, I got 5 minutes. I'm going to burn through these last 4 ones real quick. All right, so the request was for GS. Goldman Sachs has earnings tomorrow. Don't get suckered. Okay. Play the iron fly. Don't try to guess which way it's going to go. And Baidu. Baidu. Goldman Sachs trading with the algos, trading with price action, no block trades to speak of. That's preparation for earnings coming up. I'll have to look, but it looks like possibly, yeah, I'm not even gonna guess at Goldman Sachs. Run, bearish divergence, look for this trend line. Ooh, this is a good one to look at, right? All right, so run is gonna be affected by oil, right? Sun run, I think is what it's called. This algorithm is, watch for that level there to maintain support for continuation to the upside. We have regular block trade at 49.05. Ooh, that's juicy. 49.05 support. Price action's doing some weird stuff, but it's slowly climbing. I need this algorithm to do an about face and move back up to the upside, or sell off, and then we get reversion to the mean on a break. So below 49.05 to the downside, right? Probably gonna come try to fill this little gap it made, right? And then just play price action to the upside. The algo's got to curl back around and go up to the upside. It's got to move there. All right, futures, we're just consolidating right now. So we're either going to pull back at the open and rip, or we're just going to rip at the open. Bonds have made a Wu-Tang pattern reversal in the last 5 minutes, so a little sketched out on that. Blink. Oh, this is gorgeous. All right, this is... So on Blink... All right, so what's the algo doing? we've got a little bit of probably a wrong line to do that off of. All right, the algo is continuing to make higher highs and higher lows. A little cup and handle forming there. Price action is maintaining its uptrend, right? We took out previous resistance. We've got upside targeted there and then here. So we've got room to the upside on Blink. All right, while that loads, I'm going to look at Baidu. So Baidu is just trading with price action, right? The algo is in an uptrend uptrend-ish. It's uptrend-ish. Oh, that's funny. Oh, what was that? All right, that's a pretty gnarly little wedge right there happening with the algorithm. Okay, no block trades to speak of. Price action gapped, so it may. I don't like to see this little gap. This could be a head and shoulders. Just be aware. Just be aware of what's going on, and really taking out. All right, so we're at a key inflection area. If the algo can bust its overhead resistance and overtake price action, it should pull it up to the upside. If it rejects, it should pull it down to the downside. That's Baidu. Baidu is going to react because of it's a Chinese ADR, so be aware of that. This is Blink. This is that rally, right? Gap up, bull flag, consolidation, continuation up. We're above the 21 EMA on the daily. We've got, looks like there's some overhead resistance we're about to come in and test. Right? Depending on where you put your trend line, we're either at it or we broke it. So just, that's a good level there. 821, 34, 50, 200 VWAP. This is solid, right? I'm very bullish on this. Pullback VWAP support at 29.29 for continuation. Looks like 30 is going to be the first resistance, right? 30 is obviously a solid number, right? A whole number resistance. Those are always important. As far as the move is concerned, I'm going to do an extension from the low to the high, back down to the low. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Okay, so from this low to the rally, first pullback point. So I did from the low to the high, back down to the low, gives me my targets, right? We rallied through the 1272, consolidated, right? I don't know why I have 1382. That's not a move I like to make. I don't even know where it got. 1382. What kind of BS is that? That's not a level. 1414 is though. That's a solid level there. 1414. So we're trading at the 1.618 extension. So if that level holds, then we will definitely see another move to the upside. However, we're getting into previous demand zone, so we're at a supply zone level. Right, there's our supply zone. So we either chop from 29, 25 to 30, above 30, then we can start getting a little bit woody with it. getting a MACD crossover on the daily. Look for this slingshot squeeze to release and propel us up to the 50-day at 31, and that's 1 ATR, right? I got the 2618 at 3150. So 3150 is going to be my short-term target on Blink. Okay, gotta go. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Dartpole Algo. I'm here every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Standard Eastern Time. If you have any requests, hit me up on Twitter at Dartpole Algo. If you haven't got your free trial of FlowTrade yet or tried it out, it's a link in the description. Stay safe, stay green. Gonna look at Blink, Docusign, XPEV, and Roku. Those are my plays for today. Okay. Turning the page, writing them down. Blink, Docusign, XPEV, and Roku. All right, stay safe, stay green. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Oh, tomorrow's Lotto Friday, so I might post that